What's up, everybody, and thank you for listening to Mastering the Mindset. My name is Dariusdotch, and I'm an actor, hip-hop artist, and fitness and life coach. And I'm here to personally help you train and improve your mindset so that you can, 1, become the best version of yourself mentally, and 2, gain focus and motivation to be able to take action and achieve the success in life that you want and deserve. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to my channel, and at the end of this episode, if you liked it, please share it with a friend or a loved one or someone who would benefit from hearing this message. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm ready to go on this journey with you, and that journey begins now. All right, and welcome back to another episode. This is actually going to be another short and sweet one. It's actually a topic that I've touched on before, but I think it's important to revisit some of the things we learn about on here. One thing I don't want to do is introduce a concept and never touch on it again, because at the end of the day, working on personal development is ongoing, and it's really important to level up in life. And hopefully by now, we're realizing that if we want to make strides and accomplish all the things we want to, and if we want to improve ourselves mentally, you have to keep working at it. And just because you may take something away that you can use from me, it doesn't mean that it's a one and done thing. And sometimes we need a little refresher. And if you haven't heard me use this analogy before, then perfect. So live life in headlights. Imagine this. Imagine you're planning a vacation and you're going to take a trip and drive to the Grand Canyon, and you've never driven there before. So you put the destination in your GPS and you start driving, and it's late at night and you want to get there by the early morning. So you leave at night. Do you drive for about 5 miles on the highway, look ahead and say, man, I can't even see my destination, and then turn around and go home? No, you wouldn't ever do that. What do? You keep driving. You trust that these directions will eventually get you where you need to be. Same thing in life, especially for goals and things you want to accomplish. Too many times, people try and look ahead to what the goal is, what the accomplishment is, and they look at how far they have to go or how far away they are from reaching it. And it's so far away from achieving that they can't even see it right now. And they get discouraged and they give up. They turn around and go home instead of trusting it, like driving at nighttime with their headlights on. Because at night, all you can see is what? 50 yards in front of you? All you can see is directly what's in front of you, not what's miles and miles and miles away, not how far you have to go, not how far you are away. Instead, what we should be focusing on are the things we can see, the things that are right in front of us, the things that we can control right now, today, tomorrow. And that's especially true when it comes to those big life goals, those dreams or those career achievements, not to mention fitness goals. Let's say you have a goal to lose 20 pounds. Would you work out for 2 weeks, see that you haven't had any results, and say, man, I'm not losing no damn weight? Unfortunately, for a lot of people, that answer is yes. But you know that realistically, losing weight is hard and it takes time. So you wouldn't give up after just 2 weeks. You keep driving and you keep doing what you have to do to get there, and you keep following your GPS. And before you start the journey, this road trip, this action of starting working towards your goals, you have to actually program the GPS, right? Because ultimately, that is what's going to get you there. That's going to get you where you need to be. And a lot of times, and I've definitely touched on this subject, we don't program our GPS. We just start driving. And what do I mean by that? Too many times, we set out on trying to achieve a goal without a plan. Just like if you've never been to the Grand Canyon, you wouldn't just get in your car and drive in the general direction of Arizona or Utah or New Mexico. Hell no. You will program it in your GPS. And what does your GPS give you? A detailed, step-by-step, turn-by-turn set of directions to get you there. But what do? Too many times we say things like, I want to lose 20 pounds and not have an actual plan. And they don't break it down step by step on how to lose that 20 pounds. So question, which one of these sounds better? A, I'm going to lose 20 pounds versus B, I'm going to lose 20 pounds in 4 months. This is the trainer I'm going to hire. These are the days of the week I'll work out every week. This is what the diet is going to look like that I'm going to be on. 20 pounds in 4 months is 5 pounds a month, which breaks down to a little over a pound a week. So I'll weigh myself every day and make sure I'm losing a pound a week until I get to 4 months. Which one of those sounds better? Obviously, option B, right? Because that's something to follow. Those are some detailed directions. What's up, what's up, what's up? I want to take a quick moment to say thank you so much for listening to this episode and to also let you know that this podcast is 100% donation driven, which means it's completely funded by you, the listener. So, if you like the content I have to offer, I would love it if you can make a donation and you get to pick the amount. I left links in the description of the video as well as my homepage. You can choose which way benefits you the best to donate. And if you need more options, please feel free to email me at dariusdotch@gmail.com. That's dariusdotch@gmail.com. Again, thank you so much for being here, and let's get back to it. And one last thing. Well, a couple of things. Understand that when you're on this journey, whatever journey you may be on, understand that along the way, you will come across a roadblock, a detour, some construction. A highway may be closed for you. Might be some bad weather. But just like if you were on a vacation driving towards the Grand Canyon, you wouldn't turn around just because of that. No, you would lean in even harder on your GPS. And this is why having that GPS, those detailed directions to get you to your goal, is so important. Because setbacks will happen. I can't stress that enough. Setbacks will happen. Failures will happen. You're going to hit a detour or a roadblock. You're going to fall into a rut, into ruts, multiple. But if you have those directions, you'll have something to help you get out of that rut when you're not feeling motivated. Because that's when it's the hardest to stay disciplined and work towards something, when you're in a rut and when you're not motivated. But if you have your plan written out, now you don't need motivation. All you have to do is lean on to what actions you need to take. Those things on your to-do list, on your daily plan. Those milestones you need to hit. Those things you need to check off the list in order to get it done. And if you have it all written out, after you're done with that setback and you're ready to get back to it, you're not trying to figure out where to turn, what to do next. So GPS is important. And what's just as important is not focusing on speed. Let me say that again. Not focusing on speed. Don't focus on how long it's going to take to get there. And here's why. And I'll give you a quote from Bill Gates that I love. He says, people overestimate what they can do in a year, yet they underestimate what they can do in 10 years. We overestimate what we can do in a year, and we underestimate what we can do in 10. And my favorite example of that is the New Year's resolution. How many times have we set out on a New Year's resolution and never followed through with it? We put that time frame on it and we have these expectations that never really fall through. And after a while, we forget about it. We quit. We turn around and go home. But think about yourself 10 years ago and think about all the ways you have changed for the better. Think about all the ways you have grown. You can honestly say, and so can I, that, man, I done came a long way in 10 years. And you can say this, and at the same time, you weren't even necessarily focused on consciously changing yourself in 10 years. 10 years ago, you didn't think, you know what? In 10 years from now, I'm going to look back and say, damn, I came a long way. No, all you did is live life. So imagine if you approached your goals that way. Now, I'm not saying your goals should take 10 years, right? I'm not saying you should be like, I'm going to lose 20 pounds in 10 years. What I'm saying is, one, goals tend to take longer than we expect. And two, imagine if you consciously made an effort to work on something, not expecting it to happen overnight, and keep following your GPS. Turn by turn, street by street, highway by highway. Eventually, you'll look up and you will be at your destination. But if you give up, you can guarantee that you will never get there. And most importantly, imagine if you decided to continue to work on yourself. And imagine if you keep doing that month after month, year after year, week after week, day after day. Imagine how much you will be able to accomplish, how far you can get if you look back after 10 years of consciously making an effort to improve yourself, of consciously making an effort to not give up on goals and not focus on speed. Imagine how it's going to feel 10 years from now as you are reflecting on how far you have came. Trust me, it's going to be a great feeling. So don't stop. Don't focus on speed. Focus on what's in your headlights, what you can see today, what you can see tomorrow. What are the next steps you need to take? The next turn, and you keep driving and keep driving. And I promise you, you will eventually get there. So that's what I got for you today. If you like this episode, please share it with somebody that can benefit from this, somebody who is a friend or a family member, somebody who has goals and is trying to improve their lives. So thank you again, and let's get it in.